All right, what's going on? We are back with another episode of the Elite Football Framework video. Now, in this video, we are talking to you if you are a running back. We are breaking down the running back position. We're talking about how we have helped running backs get recruited, some overlooked, some undersized, some under-recruited, and how we make them go from under-recruited to unstoppable. Or if you're a highly recruited running back, how do we take your game and we elevate it to the college level, right? Now, we do this without any hype. We do this without any fluff. You know, I'm giving you guys the real process in this video. So think of it like a classroom, because at the end of this, you'll either know what to do next in our program or we're just not a good fit. So let's get to it. So let's start with the truth. Most running backs are only trained to carry the football, right? So now a lot of you guys are not taught how to identify fronts. You guys don't know how to adjust to protections. Nobody's teaching you how to run routes, catch the ball out of the backfield, all the elements that make a great running back, but most importantly, make a great running back prospect, right? Because you guys go and show up to college camps, but you guys aren't ready. You guys show up to college campuses, college visits, you're wanting to get recruited, but the overall package has not been presented in a way that exposes all your tools and makes you recruitable, right? Now, you might have the speed, you might have the power, but if you can't think through the game, if you can't understand every element of the offensive side of the football, that makes you a replaceable product. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to make sure that you're a holistic running back, that you have every single tool in the tool bag, that one makes you recruitable, one makes you effective, and three makes you undeniable. So now, with that being said, you guys are probably asking, what is the system that you guys use, right? So in our Pro Prep system, this is how we evaluate, but most importantly, this is what we implement and how we train our running backs in order to help their exposure rise, make them an undeniable running back. So the first thing we do is we teach the IQ of the game, right? We teach that through film study. Our backs learn how to watch tape. You learn how to understand protections. You learn how to fix issues within the game from the film room that we implement onto the football field, right? The next thing is we install complete offensive systems, inside zone, wide zone, gap schemes, all those things that are core to offensive installs, offensive run games. So now it makes you effective. Now we're installing the inside runs, outside zones, gap schemes, all those elements, but we're doing it in a way to where you're cerebral in that aspect, right? Anybody can get the ball, run the ball, but do we understand the right hold? Do we understand the timing, pacing? Do we understand how the line is leveraging on those blocks? All those elements of being an elite running back, right? The next thing we do is we drill blitz pickup. If you can't block, you can't play. That's how the running back position goes, right? So understanding blitz pickup, because the protection of the quarterback, the protection of the play matters, and that's part of your job. Then we rep routes, right? So now we utilize 7-on-7 because we want you to utilize your skill set outside of the box. So can you split out? Can you run routes? Can you catch? That makes you more of an asset because you have more tools to utilize, what makes you a bigger weapon in an offensive system and offensive game planning. And then the other thing that we do that's commonplace is we just compete nationally, right? Whether that's on the 7-on-7 circuit, whether that's through our national tackle showcase games in the spring, we have reps against elite talent that makes you showcase your ability against the best of the best, right? So we take all those elements, film study, route running, blitz pickup, all the different elements that we use and that we implement within our program in order to showcase your ability on a national stage. That's how we train, evaluate, elevate, and expose our running backs on a national level. So now that you have a better understanding of how we go about it, how we install, most of you guys are probably wondering, look, man, that's good, but who have you worked with in the past? Like, man, everything sounds great. This is the program that I'm looking for, but can you kind of give me an idea of what running backs have come through your program and that have elevated? Well, one of the guys that comes to mind first, kid out of Euless Trinity High School, his name is Josh Bell. He joined our program in middle school. Developed, man, he came in as a ready-made athlete, elite speed, elite talent, but elite instincts. Really took off his game at running back, and man, his recruiting skyrocketed. Josh is now committed to play at UTEP, right? We have a kid named Jaquise McDaniel, drove all the way from Austin, Texas, found our program on Google, researched us, and was dying for the opportunity to be seen. A kid that transferred to 3 different high schools looking for an opportunity, found it with us, and in 12 weeks time, got the exposure that he looked for, and now he's a preferred walk-on at Houston Christian University. Then we have a kid named Ryvon Reese, who came to us out of Portland, Oregon. Man, would make every practice that he could, whether he could fly in or whether it was through our digital remote side of the program where we install guys for guys who are out of state. but joined our program looking for an opportunity, right? He had a tragic death of his mother during his junior year, going into our spring season. And man, he was looking for opportunity because there was nothing coming his way. Spent 12 weeks with us and received his first offer from Texas College. So that was big for him. And then most importantly, we have a kid named Ishmael Mahdi. Ishmael Mahdi was one of the sparks of why we started this program, why we started the Elite Football Framework, and we're implementing it on a national stage because he is a kid who has every tool in the tool bag. Size, speed, everything, but he got under-recruited. This kid almost had 3,000 rushing yards in his high school career. Now you're talking about a guy who had one offer to Houston Christian, goes to Houston Christian, becomes a two-time All-American at Texas State, and now he's finishing up his career at Arizona. Why do I bring that up? Because he joined our program as a junior in high school, developed the skill sets outside of the box, meaning outside of just the running back position, where he's able to catch the ball out of the backfield, where he's able to run routes and beat one-on-one coverage, and that excelled his recruiting, allowing him to be a Jerry Rice Award finalist at the FCS level at Houston Christian, to a two-time All-American at Texas State, and now earning big NIL dollars at Arizona by implementing the system that we use to develop our running backs in the process. This is just a few examples of the running backs that we've had through our program, but they trusted our process, understood our system, implemented our tactics, and now they're seeing success at the college level. So parents, now I want to talk to you guys, and I need you guys to hear this. I need you guys to hear what I'm saying. Look, man, your son might be talented. Your son might be running the ball all over the place. He might be running for 1,000 yards, 200 yards a game, all of that. But you got to understand, man, that college is now professional football. Guys are getting paid. Guys are getting salaries, especially with the 105 roster spots that are now being implemented, meaning they're reducing the roster down to 105 with the revenue share deal that is now dropping this month in June. Man, the professionalization of college sports is here, meaning that you have to be an asset to this program in order to stay around, right? So what do we do when it comes to that? We develop your son, but we develop him as a pro now. Now, you also got to understand, we're not just preparing him physically, we're preparing him mentally for the game, understanding the IQ, understanding what it takes to be a pro. But most importantly, man, understanding the business side of this game. Listen to me and listen to me closely. The amateurism of sports is gone. The development is important, the mental is important, but understanding the business and being a professional is more vital than ever in this day and age when it comes to college football. And that is the number one thing that you're going to get when it comes to PPT Elite. So that leads to this. Who is this for, right? This program is not for everyone. We're not just looking for any running back who just wants to come, wants to get some tips and dip. We're not just looking for any type of player and running back that just wants to come in here, run the ball for a little bit, hopefully get some extra highlight tapes. We're not looking for that. We are very selective. We are only taking backs who are serious about development, discipline, and competing against the best. That's what we're doing. But it's key, development and discipline. That's what we're looking for, because we can find anybody with the ability, right? Now, understand the reason why we're very selective is because if we're going to put our name on you, if we're going to implement our systems with you, we want to have a long-lasting relationship to where we can put our stamp of approval on you and promote you to the coaches. But most importantly, guide you through your college career as well. This isn't just a one-stop shop where you guys come and leave. This is a place where, man, we cultivate a relationship moving forward through your college career. Now, if that suits you and if you're that type of player, and if you hear this and you feel like it's speaking to you, then you're the type of person that we're looking for, right? You're the type of player, you're the type of parent. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go click the link down in the description below to apply for our national team program, right? So we can implement our elite football protocol to you. We'll set up a call, we'll get to know your pain points, we'll get to know your goals, your aspirations, what you're looking for in a desired program, and then we will move forward from that spot as well. Understand, we don't take everyone. Understand, we are serious about what we do, and understand our process is proven and it works. And we need people to buy in fully so they can experience everything that we have to offer for you as an athlete. Now, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope this gave you some clarity on what it actually looks like in our program as a running back in order to get you ready for college ball, all right? I'm Jordan Pugh, the head coach and founder here at PPT Elite, and that ends this episode of the Elite Football Framework. I look forward to working with you guys soon, and I'll see you on the next video.